Hi, Don.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello there.
I've got 2,000 calls from all over the world
I know.
in the last 2 days.
Everybody's scared to say
and
this.
99.99% were positive.
Yes.
So I come down at 10 to survey the situation, and then I seen 400 people out here, and I looked over there and there was 3.
Boo! You suck!
And then I heard it was canceled.
Yeah, I think they got scared.
To me, everybody's the same. If I don't give a shit what you do, as long as, you're not forcing me into trying to believe what you... I don't even know why they want to do this. I think there's so much missing in their lives, and it's so bad, and they feel so shitty, and then they find a little cause they can attach, and off they go. It backfired.
Thanks, Don. We're all here for you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I have some great news to report. I was, admittedly, quite concerned about the Star Wars store owner in Aberdeen this weekend, as there was supposed to be a direct action by the super soldiers, and we've seen what that actually looks like. In fact, this weekend there was another direct action in which they felt they needed to lob mortars at toddlers and pepper spray Christians gathering in a park to fight to bash the fash, apparently. These people are roving terrors that are not on your side. They aren't fighting for anything. They are just losers with nothing better to do with their lives. They have a lot of rage, and they like to take it out on civilians just trying to live their lives. Now, what this was at the local Star Wars shop in Aberdeen was a setup. It was coordinated, filmed, scheduled, and had a sole intent of garnering publicity for one individual and trying to ruin a local business of somebody whom which your opinion differed from. That was his great crime as a store owner. This is a war veteran, somebody who doesn't appear to be anti-LGBT, but appears to be pro-science. And I thought that was a big leftist talking point. Believe the science, follow the science. Well, scientifically, he's actually right. Now, you can choose to, fight on that hill, and I don't have any problem with that. I just say, hey, look, if it's not causing anybody any distress or problems, you can live your life if you're not infringing on someone else's rights. Again, this is one of those cases where, well, they tried to. Protest garners large show of support for the local Star Wars store. In fact, I'm told that there was about 300 to 400 people that showed up to support this store, and a pathetic 3 individuals that showed up to protest. 3 versus 300 to 400. It just warms my heart. What was originally planned as a protest against a local business owner over a sign in a shop deemed to be phobic turned into a large show of support for the latest chapter of the Star Wars shop saga. Dozens supporters arrived at Suker and Sons Star Wars shop on Wishkah Avenue in Aberdeen on Saturday in what was originally scheduled to be a protest by pro-LGBTQ demonstrators after a controversial video went viral this week. In the video, store owner Don Suker, a Nam veteran who has been owner-operator of that store for over 20 years, engaged in a heated exchange with a city council member who was there to just cause a problem. All right? I don't even want to debate what he said. We don't have to. This city council member went there with a camera, with a speech in mind, and the sole purpose was to harass an 80-year-old war veteran. Like, that was their purpose. And so, no, I don't care. You know, you lose a lot of support in the community if these are the type of videos I keep having to see. There's the whole thing of the spa in California. Not that long ago, people continued to have these, you know, fiery but mostly peaceful events outside that spa. This says a report on Thursday from King 5 stated Meskis said, quote, her supporters plan on demonstrating in front of the store Saturday, August 7th. But was updated Friday to state Meskis had planned to have her supporters rally outside the store, and said Zucker said he would look for his backers to offer him a show of support as well. But the demonstrations have been canceled. While demonstrations organized by the group whatever, they've been described by journalist Annie No as also another super soldier group. They were canceled late Friday. Plenty of supporters for the Star Wars shop showed up anyway. You can see Aberdeen, Washington, city council member, formerly known as, I'm not going to dead name people, that's just whatever, and an Antifa group have announced a direct action. We saw this was coming, right? Approximately 30 to 50 supporters of Zucker were visible in front of his store throughout the Saturday morning and into the afternoon, with an estimated 400 supporters in total visiting the store on Saturday. Members of a group flew United States and anti-super soldier signs, held signs that echo Zucker's statements, and represented locals, former residents, and often vilified right-wing groups. I'm good friends with Don. We've been friends with him for a long time, said Tony Knuckle, a former Wishka High School graduate that now lives in Modesto, California. You know, I came up here to talk to Don about it and to tell him that I'm here to support him. He's a great guy. He's a pillar of the community. Former bar manager Barbara Clinton said that she felt the need to attend in support of Zucker's store after seeing her livelihood affected in similar fashion back in 2017. Clinton was one of the employees of the Black Pearl Tavern in Hoquiam, I don't know, that eventually closed after a dispute between bar owners and a local LGBT group. I was very angry because I thought, how dare they do this to another business, Clinton said after watching the video online. If they could close a business where I was, they could do it to Don, and I wasn't going to let that happen. Clinton felt, as did 100% of pro-Zucker supporters asked, that the confrontation was set up by Meskis as a publicity stunt. Of course it was. Of course it was. We all knew that. And, you know, ultimately, you know, they don't care. People like, not trans people, but people like the woman that, or the person that did this setup, they don't actually care if they ruin your business. They just want to get more Twitter followers. How many times is this cake baker in Colorado going to have to defend his right to, you know, he's targeted as a Christian who lives by the book of Christianity, I guess, and doesn't want to make cakes for people in the LGBTQ community. I disagree with that. I think you should make cakes for everybody and just, it's capitalism. You know, this is the type of thing I rage against in the comic book industry. Like, you know, I don't want only somebody who agrees with me ideologically to purchase things for my business. But that's how they want to run it, as much as I disagree with it. Anyway, so people keep targeting this baker and suing him for not making pride or like gay marriage cakes or something like that. Like, okay, you're not going to change their mind. And you look like the a-hole to me. In fact, I think they won their last lawsuit. Anyway, that's ongoing. I absolutely believe it was planned. She said, if it wasn't planned, why would there be somebody there videotaping it? It's almost a mirror image of what happened at the bar. I'm not against these people. Everyone has a right to be who they want, but nobody has the right to take down a business. Approximately a dozen pro-LGBT protesters lined up on the opposite side of the street from the store in the morning, then later moved to the intersection just west of the store. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I'm being, this person doesn't appear to be with them, maybe 8 against 400. Trans people belong here. Your hatred does not. Okay. My dignity is not your preference. What? I didn't know transphobia was a Second Amendment right. It actually is, wouldn't you think? It actually is. Now, if he were like infringing on that person's rights or something like that, then Carrie Fisher would be appalled. Yes, of course, bring Carrie Fisher in to support your political opinion. That fact wasn't lost on Kunkel, who said that the overwhelming support for Zucker and his business are because actions taken by Meskis and left-wing activist groups. It's the opposition that caused this. They spread the word themselves, and it was enough to bring all these people here today, he said before asking why Meskis was absent from Saturday's events. Left-wing protesters started everything, and now they're not even here. I mean, there is a few here, but the guy that started it, or the person that started it, is not here. Where are they at? Dole said no contact was made with Meskis and defended Aberdeen's Ward 2 Position 3 council member, stating that they're not even in town and that they showed enough support by going and confronting them. Oh, I'm sure that conveniently they left town. How long until we I'm assuming we are reaching they're receiving treatment for emotional trauma. Start a GoFundMe. I'm assuming we're at that phase of the thing. I mean, you have this is your big show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And then you have the counters. You have a ton of them. Meme them until they cry, then make memes about them crying. F your feelings. Stand up for women's right. No to gender ideology. I don't really understand that one. Don't know which side they're on. I'm assuming, I don't know. I'm not quite sure about that one. You see here, I just let it roll out. Based grandpa embroiled in Star Wars store controversy speaks out. So they did an interview. They said, I don't give an F about feelings anymore. I'm 70 GD8 years old. I went to Nam. You could see to me, everybody's the same, but I don't give an S what you do as long as you're not forcing me into believing what you believe. I don't even know what they want to do this. They is a specific incidence to this radical trans activist, but really he could be talking about anyone on the left. I think there's so much missing in their lives, and they feel bad, and they feel so crappy, and then they find a little cause that they can attach themselves to. He's actually 100% right, isn't he? He's actually super based. Zucker wasn't sure what to expect, and considering the closing the store for the day, instead this veteran remembered that he left his last F to give in Nam and opened the store anyway. A mob of people showed up, but it was people supporting him. Turns out more and more Americans are fed up with bitter, angry, radical slacktivists like the congressperson in this question. Yes, even in Washington State. No word on any virtue signaling Star Wars actor cyberbullying him yet. Should it get to that, Zucker may want to switch to selling Harry Potter swag. J.K. Rowling would probably be convinced to do. Oh, that's okay. Hey, I'm happy for him. He was out there in this interview. This is a new interview. He's out here in a bulletproof vest. It looks like it's raining. I can't totally tell. It looks like it's raining. Did an interview about it. Probably worth checking out. Dude just seems like an old salt that literally doesn't care anymore. I'm happy things turned out for him. I'm happy that his store is protected, and I'm happy that there was so much community support. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.